Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Rhydon and welcome back to Rhydon Hobbies. In today's episode, we're going to be painting a Necron warrior for my kill team, but not just any Necron warrior. We are going to be painting it with the Stuart Semple Mirroriest Mirror Paint from Culture Hustle. This paint was made by them in order to partly spite Anish Kapoor, the color hoarder. They have a couple of other coloriest colors, such as a pinkest pink and black 3.0, and I'm interested in trying those as well. But there was a couple of different things I wanted to try to see how much I could use this chrome silvery paint. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. As you can see, it's an oil-based paint, so I'm using kind of a cheap brush that I've already kind of used for the other Necrons in the kill team, because I don't want to, damage anything. And as the first coats go on, you could already see that it does definitely have a very vibrant sheen to it. I haven't even finished the first layer, and you could already see a distinct reflective light in there. But you could also kind of tell that it's not going to be a straight mirror like the ads have it to be, at least not on such a small surface. It is highly reflective though, and that's what I wanted, because this kill team is based on the T-800s from Terminator. Now, when I picked up this paint, a couple of other YouTubers, including Squidmar Miniatures, had already tried it in a couple of different videos, but I wanted to try my own hand at this, because there were a couple of things that I wanted to try that they hadn't quite yet. So we're going to go ahead and see how those will turn out, how that will work. This video is going to be a little bit more straightforward. I have another video in the pipeline where I do try some more explorative stuff, but in this one, my focus is just to make it look like a T-800. So I want a nice chrome silver. I really want it to look like the late 80s CG, and I really want it to look grisly and rough. So we're going to do the base coat in the chrome for right now. And then we're going to decide to dry, work on the base, and then come in with some Nuln oil, and we're going to coat it up. You can see I'm doing the bases separately on these because I really want them to look really good. And there's a couple of other of my projects where I'm worried that the bases don't turn out as good because I paint them with the minis, and I've seen that some sub-assemblies are definitely better in my brief time as a mini painter. I have already painted the rest of this kill team, and I've posted the images on my social medias, so you should go ahead and follow those, and the links will be in the description. But I wanted to get one on foam so that I can kind of give a compare and contrast with my next video, where I really try something new that I haven't seen anyone else do with the Mirroriest paint. But so far, our T-800 looks pretty good. I really like the sheeny effect to it, and it definitely does look like a CG T-800 already, just because of how shiny and reflective it is. This wasn't one of my original plans, but I kind of want to do some T-1000s as well. Maybe get some Acadian shock troopers and kind of convert them a little bit. Maybe put some like bionic eyes on them, and then cut their limbs off, and then make some warbly effects with the green stuff, in order to make a nice kind of liquidy effect, and then give that a paint with this, and should look pretty good, I think. Definitely has a good effect to it. So we'll go ahead and get started on the base now, and I'm I'm going for the base to look like the land at the beginning of the first Terminator, where it's kind of ash fallen and there are mounds of skeletons that, you know, one of the T-800 steps on at the very beginning. And so I wanted to put some skeletons and then do like a wash effect to try to get some ash look on it. So I'm doing what I normally do for my bone effects, which is to give it a coat with tolerant sand, kind of a quick wash with it, and then highlighting a little bit with Morghast bone, and then do some white highlighting over the edges. But what I'm going to do different on this one is I'm going to take a just a gray kind of wash I've made, and then I'm going to not really dry brush it. I'm keeping my brush nice and wet for this, but I'm going to give it a nice light coat so that it looks like it's coated in ash, but I wanted the bone color to really still stick out. I wanted you to be able to still see it and still kind of get the image of bone out of it. I want to go ahead and put the Necron on here. I wanted to make sure the little rocket by its foot, since these are the Indomitus box Necron warriors, I wanted the rock that's attached to its foot so that they can attach to the base to match the ground. I wanted it to also look ashen and crestfallen. Alright, so we've got it all black rimmed and nice now. And there we go. I think it looks pretty good. I definitely got the image I wanted. So now that we've got the Necron back on there, we're going to go ahead and give it a normal oil wash. I really want the details to pop out and hopefully not lose too much of the chrome look. I still want it to be shiny and vibrant. And I think it does a pretty good job. Just the quick normal oil coat here. Helps some of the detail stick out on the model. To be honest, when I was working on these, there were a few times I forgot they were plastic and kind of had this moment where I couldn't believe how light the model was, just because of how heavy it looks. It looks like one of the old computer models with how chrome it is. A little dot of red in the eye. You know, classic Terminator glowing red eye. On this model, because its kind of skull is cracked on the other side, it looks to me like it lost one of its eyes, so that one I opted to leave dark with the null oil, so that it would look deactivated. I'm giving the Reaper a quick wash with red, because I want it to kind of like look like it's overheating a little bit. I want just that little pipe thing to really feel like it's, you know, charging up, like it's about to loose some heavy plasma fire. Not quite perfect, but it's a pretty good effect, I think. I'm using a little bit of Skull Crusher brass and a little bit of Hashnut copper in order to kind of detail some of the other effects on here, such as the coiling and some of the pseudo entrails that are kind of hanging out of the bottom of the Necron to give it a little bit more color, make it look a little bit more metallic and feel a little bit more real. Alright, go in, really try to emphasize some of the details on the I believe it's a Gauss Flare. I believe I said Reaper earlier. I think it's a Gauss Flare. I tend to get them mixed up. I'm working on making it really pop. Tidying up the room a little bit. I really want this to look good. I want to be able to put it on to the battlefield. And, happy to say, yep, that sure is a Necron warrior. Seems solid to me. So I'm going to start dry brushing some silver onto every part of the gun that isn't the little pipe, so that it sticks out a little bit more. I don't want it to match the Necron. I want it to look separate and then, more like an actual gun. So I didn't. I'm not using the Mirroriest Mirror Paint for this dry brush. I'm just using a normal chrome silver. It's just the normal layout one, so that has kind of the silvery, dusty look to it, without, matching too much with the rest of the Necron. I think it looks pretty good. Here we have standing by himself here. I'm pretty proud of him. I think he looks good, and I think this is a good use for the Mirroriest Mirror Paint. Like I said, I have a couple of other things I want to try, and we'll see how those turn out. But for right now, we'll go ahead and see him with the rest of the kill team. And there they are, led by their leader Arnie, a Necron warrior that I gave shades and some hair. And I think they look really good together. They have nice uniform bases and nice, cool dynamic. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, live strong and ride on.